The Galactic Classification Bureau had existed for 12,000 years, methodically cataloging every inhabited world from the peaceful garden planets of Class 1 to the nightmarish hell capes of Class 12. Their rating system was considered infallible, the ultimate authority on planetary habitability. Then they discovered Earth. Senior analyst Crixmal stared at the data streaming across her crystalline displays, her 6 eyes blinking in sequence, a sign of extreme distress among her species. This can't be correct. Run the analysis again. I've run it 17 times, Junior Surveyor Telm warbled, his gelatinous form rippling with anxiety. The results remain consistent. Earth exceeds all Class 12 parameters. Impossible. Class 12 is the maximum. The scale doesn't go higher. It does now. The initial survey data had seemed like a system error. A planet where tectonic plates constantly shifted, grinding against each other to create massive earthquakes and volcanoes. Where the atmosphere regularly generated electrical storms with enough power to vaporize most sapient species. Where water, essential for life, fell from the sky, froze into crushing avalanches, and carved massive canyons through solid rock. But that was just the beginning. Look at this, Telm projected a hologram of Earth's surface. 71% of the planet is covered in dihydrogen monoxide. The humans don't just tolerate it, they swim in it. For recreation. Crixmal's chromatophores flashed purple with disbelief. They voluntarily submerged themselves in a universal solvent? It gets worse. They've built entire cities in areas called flood zones where this liquid periodically rises and destroys everything. Then they rebuild. In the same location. The Bureau called an emergency session. Representatives from 200 civilized worlds gathered to review the findings. The presentation began with Earth's gravity strong enough to crush most species' skeletal structures. The humans evolved under 1 g of constant pressure, the presenter explained. Their bones are literally reinforced with calcium deposits. Their muscles work by controlled destruction and regeneration. They heal from injuries that would be fatal to any rational species. Gasps echoed through the assembly. The climate data caused several representatives to leave the room. Earth's temperature varied by over 100 degrees Celsius across its surface. Humans had not only survived but thrived in environments that ranged from frozen wastelands to scorching deserts. They climb frozen waterfalls, the presenter continued, voice trembling. They run marathons through Death Valley. They've built permanent research stations at both poles. Ambassador Yethtalk of the Centerpoint Alliance raised a trembling appendage. Surely they've at least tamed their wildlife? The presenter's silence spoke volumes before displaying images of humans coexisting with apex predators. They keep small wolves in their homes. As companions. They call them dogs and allow them to sleep in their beds. Mass hysteria erupted when the bacterial and viral data was presented. Earth harbored more pathogenic microorganisms than any 12 planets combined. The humans' immune systems were in constant warfare, developing antibodies to threats that would devastate entire civilizations. Their bodies are walking biological weapons factories, Telm explained. They've survived plagues that killed millions of their own kind and emerged stronger. They inject themselves with weakened pathogens to train their immune systems. They call it vaccination. The final blow came with the revelation of human recreational activities. Free climbing, ascending vertical rock faces without safety equipment. Skydiving, jumping from functional aircraft for entertainment. Cave diving, combining the death traps of underwater environments with enclosed spaces. They pursue death for sport, Crixmal concluded. They've weaponized their own mortality into a form of entertainment. The vote was unanimous. Earth would be classified as the first and only Class 13 Deathworld. But the classification's real impact came later. Within days, military academies across the galaxy updated their curricula to study human survival tactics. Biological research institutes placed massive orders for human medical data. The greatest minds in the galaxy asked a single question: how did they survive? The answer came from humanity's first ambassador to the Galactic Council. Sarah Martinez stood before the assembly looking remarkably unimpressive to those who didn't know better. "You're studying the wrong thing," she said simply. "You catalog what makes Earth dangerous, but you miss what makes humans special. We didn't survive despite our world, we survived because of it." She gestured to the environmental data still glowing above the chamber. "Every earthquake taught us to build better. Every disease made us stronger. Every predator made us smarter. Earth didn't try to kill us, it was training us." The implications sent shockwaves through established xenobiological theory. Comfort created stagnation. Hardship created evolution. The Deathworld hadn't produced monsters, it had produced problem solvers. Within a century, Earth Hardened became the highest military certification. Human consultants were hired to design survival training programs. The phrase Class 13 thinking entered the galactic lexicon, meaning an approach that turned obstacles into opportunities. And in the Bureau's archives, a small addendum was added to Earth's file, classification, Class 13 Deathworld. Secondary classification, Academy. For in their rush to categorize Earth's dangers, the galaxy had missed the most terrifying truth of all: it wasn't a world that killed. It was a world that taught. And its graduation requirement was survival.